in a while.
For the past month, I have been feeling incredibly uninspired, unmotivated, and just not myself. I could hardly focus at work. I had really hard time meditating because there were so many tabs that were open in my brain, so it was really hard to silence all the thoughts, and I knew there was something wrong. So this is how I press reset and get my life together, because I really need to. First, reset the space. I try to maintain a clean space in general most of the times, but things could go out of hand. So I decided to start making the space clean, do my house chores like laundry and dishwashing, so that I could have a more uncluttered mind. Doing this already made me feel better. Second, do the things that you have been meaning to do but procrastinating. This could be either some work that you have, but in my case, I wanted to revive my dying palm tree. I feel so guilty every time I look at Jasonia turning drier and browner, yet I haven't done anything to fix it. And people have been advising me to give him a shower, and that's what I finally did. I also gave him a haircut too. 3. Dress up and make up. Since my life got so busy, putting on makeup or dressing up just became such a luxury to me. I've been pretty much skipping makeup, or I either put on some same style of makeup that I could do in pretty much 5 minutes. So I decided to put a little bit more time and effort doing my makeup, and even though I'm just gonna work today, it's always nice to put on that feel-good dress because it really can change how you feel about yourself. Number 4, change the environment. I work at home pretty much every single day, so things can be quite repetitive. It is kind of easy to get into that rut, and changing the environment can be very effective. It is a really great solution to get out of the rut. It not only switches the mood, but also it boosts my work productivity. Also, speaking of changing the environment, turning on your favorite playlist that lifts up your mood no matter what can be amazing too. For me, it is Christmas carols.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa.
Number 5, set one goal to work on. Instead of being overwhelmed by all of the work that's waiting for you, pick one priority that you need to work on right now and tackle that first, then move on to the next priority on your list. This way, I feel like my workflow is way more manageable and I'm less overwhelmed. Number 6, eat something delicious. I forgot to mention that good food is always a cure to everything. I pretty much eat the foods that I cooked most of the time, so for me, eating just a sandwich outside at a coffee shop is even very special, and it just changes things up. Number 7, do something new. For me, doing something that's challenging or something that is totally new really does inspire me. I had an opportunity to speak at a panel along with all of the great speakers who's been in the industry for much longer. It was so exhilarating to share my very short but very insightful experience. Also, I am not a fashion person and I can really care less about what the fashion trend is, to be honest, but I decided to throw myself into a fashion show because it is New York Fashion Week. You never know what it's like until you actually try it, and seeing how the backstage world works and just seeing the designer's passion in real life, it was just a very inspiring experience. Number 8, let it out. Last but the most important step is to let it out. Let out what's been bugging you, confront yourself about how you really feel, and get into the root cause. Journaling could be very, very effective to many people, but for me, there's nothing like letting it out in front of the camera. So here I am. I know I could do better. I think this is the one sentence that's in my head that's been literally messing up everything. It's a fight. It's a constant battle between you and yourself that really where no one really wins. This kind of mindset is very helpful if you're trying to grow as a person, if you're trying to improve your content. But in my specific case, this sentence has been embedded as a default every time I create a video. So it's something that has been stopping me from moving forward to create better content. My YouTube channel has been growing really organically, and I've been lucky enough to build a really warm and very connected community called Pom Pom Fam. Mind-blowingly, my YouTube channel has been growing very steadily even though I haven't uploaded any content for a while. And as much as I'm really grateful for everything that I have and everything that I get to experience with the growth of YouTube, I think it really does come with a greater amount of responsibility that needs a little bit of time for me to digest. I wouldn't say it's a burden, but now that we have like over 550,000 people, specific YouTube channel, I do feel like I need to satisfy and live up to that amount of expectation, if that makes sense. I'm pretty sure a lot of YouTubers would relate and they would feel the same way, thinking that, you know, how long would this actually last as a career, as a revenue stream? And it's been only going up without any setbacks. And how higher can you actually go to? Will I be happier if I do reach 1 million subscribers? Like, how would I change? I think there's been a lot of thoughts going on with me and my channel and the definition of happiness, the definition of success. If you're steadily growing, I think it's always healthy and helpful to pause and really look back at what you're doing to kind of assess. And I think I realized myself taking longer and longer to plan one content, like much longer than I used to. And I didn't know why, but I came to a realization very recently that I found myself trying to prove myself that this week's content is going to be better than the one that I produced before. So it is like a battle between me and myself. Creativity can be developed, but also you do need to put more time into it. But now that I have other responsibility, such as running a growing business on the side, it's been very hard for me to actually carve out and dedicate more time to YouTube. There would be so many other questions in my head when I'm trying to film a specific video, like, is it good enough? Is it creative enough? Is it gonna be fun enough? Is it gonna be entertaining to the viewers? Is it something that's informative to the viewers? Is it something that people really care? Is this the topic that people wanted to learn about? And I think the more you question yourself, you don't end up executing that video. So if you see my Trello board, there's like 50 different unexecuted video that I already have like all the research for, that I already have planned out all the bullet points and all that. So I've been very disappointed at myself, and it is very frustrating, like, to kind of find myself in this process. But yeah, I mean, at least now that I realize what the problem is and I like identified what's going on, I want you guys to be with me, and I can't do this by myself. Also, I thought I would definitely hire someone to fully work on my YouTube channel, so I'll list the position down below. And there are other hirings that's going on with my own business too, KraveBeauty, so I will also list that details down below in the info box. Moving on, there's another thing that I kind of found that I've been having trouble with. I almost developed an anxiety, most likely a panic disorder, and it's not like severe or anything like that. It's definitely manageable at this point. Ever since I started a business, you know, you have to wear 20 or 30 different hats, and every person that's related to the business is waiting for your decision, waiting for your opinion, waiting for your feedback. So my inbox, my phone is they never really get to rest, and therefore I never really get to switch off from work. So it's been like that for the past, I think, almost 2 years, and the responsibility is only growing because now I have a bigger team to manage. Now I have one more person to manage. I found myself being super anxious when I see a new email that's popped up on my inbox, and I would sweat and my heart would beat so much faster. Yeah, it's becoming really unhealthy. So that's why I'm figuring out how to hire smarter and how to work smarter in order to alleviate this problem and really focus on recentering myself, because if I keep working the way I'm working right now, I know I'm not going to be able to sustain in my own business and in my own YouTube channel as well. So I definitely want to make more effort into really nurturing myself. This is a very therapeutic process for me to sit down in front of the camera and openly share about all of the struggles that I face on a day-to-day basis. I don't want you guys to think that I'm not happy because I have a business, because I have a growing YouTube channel or whatnot. There's so many other things that I get to experience that I really desired, and I can't be more proud of myself, and I can't be more proud of the team. It's such a privilege for me to actually connect with you guys, like over online, just behind the scenes. Like, this is what I have been kind of going through, and I know I need to let it out, and I know how I'm supposed to feel what I feel, and I'm gonna do better at that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and really take care of yourself, and I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video.